You know that feeling, less money than you remember? It's not your imagination. Yeah, that's not a bug, that's a feature. And it was designed over 100 years ago. Not in Congress, not in a boardroom, not in front of any voters. On a private island, in the middle of the night, in total secret, by 6 of the most powerful men in America, who told everyone they were going. Duck hunting. Yeah, about that. Sure they were. 6 of the most powerful men in America, sneaking onto a private island to go duck hunting. These weren't just random guys. Nelson, a senator, Henry, a JP Morgan partner, Paul, a foreign banker, 3 more, just as powerful. Together, they controlled 1/6 of the world's wealth. So how do 6 of the richest men in America travel in secret? Simple. You tell everyone you're going hunting. You meet at midnight. You board a private train car. You use only first names, like a real-life conspiracy thriller. One guy even brought a borrowed shotgun. He'd never used it before. He carried it like a fashion accessory. The other 5 carried briefcases. Briefcases full of documents. Documents that would change America forever. Their destination? Jekyll Island, Georgia, a private resort owned by the wealthiest families in America. So exclusive, most people had never heard of it. For 9 days, they stayed inside that mansion. No press, no witnesses, no public, just 6 men, designing the future of your money. So, what did they actually design? That's where it gets interesting. Because what they created still controls every dollar you own today. 9 days locked inside that mansion. Not talking about hunting, not talking about fishing, designing a system that would control every dollar in America. Here's what they built, a new institution to print America's money. They called it the Federal Reserve. Sounds official, sounds like the government. It's not. The Fed is a private institution, run by bankers, not elected by anyone, not accountable to voters. The word federal was Paul Warburg's idea, just enough to make people stop asking questions. Second part of the plan. Every dollar printed isn't free money, it's a loan. The government borrows dollars from the Fed, then pays it back. With interest, using your tax dollars, every single year, forever. So the dollar in your pocket right now, it was born as debt, not as an asset. Third part. The Fed controls interest rates, not the president, not Congress, not you. 6 men, on an island, in 1910, decided that a small group of bankers would control the cost of borrowing money for every American, forever. Your mortgage rate, your credit card APR, your car loan. Traces back to a decision made in that room. They knew what they'd done. They knew how it would look. 6 bankers, designing America's money supply, in secret. So they made a decision. Nobody could ever know this meeting happened. For 20 years, nobody said a word. Every single one of them denied it. The meeting, the island, the plan, never happened, they said. In 1917, a magazine finally wrote about it. Forbes magazine. People read it, and most called it fiction, a conspiracy theory, too crazy to be true. Here's why they buried it so deep. If Americans knew Wall Street bankers wrote the law that controls their money, they would have burned the whole thing down. So the 6 men just stayed quiet for 2 decades. In 1930, the truth finally came out. Through a biography written about one of the 6 men. The meeting was real. The plan was real. By then, it didn't matter. The Federal Reserve had already existed for 17 years. Too big to undo. That building is still standing, still making decisions, still controlling your money. 113 years later. Here's what that actually cost you. If you'd held a dollar since 1913, today, it would buy you 3.2% of what it used to. That dollar in your pocket, in 1913 money, that's 3 cents. Remember that feeling? Checking your account. Wondering where the money went? Now you know. 6 guys, 1 island, 1 fake duck hunt. And the ducks were fine. They didn't lose 97% of their value. They just swam away. Your dollar wasn't so lucky.